Harley Quinn issue 17.
Yep. Phillips and Rosmo, which is the last Rosmo issue. It's weird, this issue. So this is the end of the stuff with Verdict, which I'm finally learning is the name of that villain, that it really telegraphed was going to be the villain. And this is the end of the stuff with Rosmo, and barring the last page of this issue, it treats it like it's the end of the book. Like, if you didn't know any better, this could be the end of the run. And I kind of, in some ways, appreciate that Phillips has done that, because it has been... Obviously, Rosmo's not been on every issue, but he's been on the vast majority. And this does make it feel like it has been equally Rosmo's book by feeling like it's an ending. It's not just the end of an arc. This felt like a definitive ending of a book where you could have ended it here. And obviously it's Harley, so it'll just keep going because sales. But if it had ended here, it would have felt like a natural ending. Which it's interesting because obviously there's more of it next month with the same writer. But it makes it feel like maybe it's the start of a second run from the writer with a different artist, which I think is an interesting angle to take on it. So credit for that, because I actually I like the way that even if I don't like this artist, I like the way it makes the artist feel relevant and important, and it's like equally part of their run as much as it is the writer's run. It is their book. This definitely feels like it's been Rosmo's book as much as it's been Phillips, which is, been shit for me, but it's still deserving of feeling like it's theirs. With any artist that's on the book for the majority of it. Like half this issue, well, no, not half. The first section of this issue is a boxing match inside Harley's head between her and Verdict. She's kind of getting coached by Wildcat, as it goes. It's fine. It's one of the few places in the issue where Rosmo's kind of wavy panel layout kind of works because it is a dream sequence, so it makes sense to it for it to feel a bit off kilter, as opposed to later in the issue where things just are slanted at angles for the sake of them not being just in boxes. I don't know. It's a weird thing that Rosmo has that I really don't like. But the rest of the issue is, Batwoman and Harley are teamed up. Kevin's still there, and they're going after Sam, who has got City Hall hostage, and she's causing trouble, and they have to stop her. Yeah, and in short, they do. It comes down to, Kevin has to do a lot of saving the day because obviously he's been a big part of this book, and he's been the one in a relationship with Sam. So it's him getting a lot of the moments to kind of stop her and make sure that, she doesn't win. Harley gets to hit her. She did want to hit her with a baseball bat, but just punches her in the end. But yeah, then there's some a few pages of wrap up where it's like, oh no, look, Harley giving Kevin this pep talk and talking about how, Gotham's gonna keep going. I'll keep clowning. I did something good today. I did it my way, and this is where it really feels like the end of a book, which I thought was a really interesting angle. And then there's a one-page epilogue, which does actually set up the rest of what's coming up next. But like I said, this could, you cut off this one page and the run's over. But the epilogue page is as Sam is being transported to whichever prison. The truck is broken open by Killer Frost and Bronze Tiger, and it says, "You're being recruited. Our boss would like to meet you, and to be continued in Task Force XX, because X isn't enough anymore apparently for Waller. Assuming it is Waller, I don't know. These are pretty typical, Task Force X members that I could see them on that team."
So it'll be 3 X's, and it'll just be straight to the porn parody.
Yeah. That's coming next year, I think. Slash definitely already exists somewhere.
But Suicide Squad porn parody? Yeah,
100% after that movie.
Yeah, there was movies, so there's definitely a porn parody.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, if it didn't before that, it definitely does now. That's just a fact of life. But I would say this is not the worst issue that we've had, because I think the writing is pretty straightforward. I do think it's got that, especially the back half of the issue has some really Rosmo problems with sequences just feeling strange and cluttered and awkward angles for the sake of it, as opposed to at the start where the layouts actually fit what was happening a bit better. I'm glad I'm done with it though, like really glad, because yeah, this is still, like, even saying it's better than most of the issues, it's still like a 4. So yeah, no thank you.